recent memory. The big Pong Lennis, you have also won an AKK Sergeant. Congratulations to you, sir.
But we're in the
now,
match.
One thing we forgot to mention is if you do want to win these raffles, you have to be following the channel, guys. I mean, come on. If you're not following the channel, like a number of other people won.
But
Oh, is this the actual match?
James win the match.
Oh, he passed the knife round.
Yeah, that's kind of what I said. James, get on the program.
I sincerely apologize. I know that will have irritated a number of people.
As if you care.
Okay, tell us what's going on.
Well, we have so far a pretty standard take of Cat from HellRaisers. A bit of skirmishing here and there. No one's really taking much damage, but there we go. Dozier gonna be able to bust through long.
For the D gunner pistol round.
And they are going to be able to just bully their way up onto that A-bomb site. In comes Happy from below. Shock's working with that pistol pretty effectively. Look at this. They are coming in with a great retake here. And it's not even quite maybe even a retake yet, because look at that. LDLC stopping them just in the nick of time before they can get set up with a bomb plant. Beautiful work there. Excellent pistoling. And LDLC get a good start on map number 2. And obviously, we know how deadly they are here as well. So if the economy really gets rolling for them, I'm very afraid for HellRaisers.
Indeed, I was just thinking exactly the same thing. They have started on their favoured side, and we know how nasty LDLC can be on the CT side. I mean, this is their #1 crack pipe map. This is where they go crazy, and insane things happen. Like Shoxy holding short with a 5-7. 2 players remaining here for HellRaisers. Let's have a look at where now. It's going to be with Angel. Angel no longer. Flamey, last chance,
wow,
but getting wiped out on short here.
Do you think that means that we were going to see Shoxy just keeping to the AWP because of the 5-7? Because it looks like he is. Oh, okay. Okay, Kyoshima's going to drop Smith's one as well. Okay. They're going to go for double AWP setup straight away. The only problem with this is if it does backfire, that's a huge investment. It's hard to come back from that. So we'll have to see if they're going to make this round a clean one. And it looks like Smith's already with a quick push through the smoke, going to pick up a kill onto Simple. Very nice pick. Well, just a Galil there on Markov now, and 3 AKs for HellRaisers. So slightly outgunned on these ranges with these AWPs factoring in. And we'll have to see where HellRaisers can actually bring themselves when it comes to the map control, because they don't have Cat yet. We can see Shox is a good angle there, but Catwalk's definitely going to be nice to harass, to at least push LDLC back, because right now Shox has so much information. MBK has long on lock. LDLC know everything they need to.
Oh.
What a shot.
It's so good that he didn't take the bait there as well. You saw the shoulder peek. I don't know if you've been watching Steel's shots recently, his videos, but he talks about that shoulder peek. We saw the shoulder peek come in there, but Shoxy didn't take the bait. Then he ran straight past Shoxy's reticle, but he still took him out there on shot. 3 people left as that smoke wastes tons of time for HellRaisers, and that smoke's going to be replenished there on the A bomb site, which is going to leave them stuck in mid. 33 seconds remain now. They are running out of time. I mean, the question is, I mean, what do they do here? If they go for a push, it's a long way between mid and B with this amount of time remaining.
Yeah, B is going to be a good choice. There are still 2 players very far away. There were 2 at long when they were thinking about this, but there's 2 players on B. There's no easy choice here. We can see that the AWP is coming into play from Smiths, and oh, the double! There you go. That's what we'd like to see. So LDLC just locking it down. And HellRaisers is now going to go for the eco again. Yeah, it's really rough. Like, you just have to when it's like 3 versus 5, you just have to take a big risk. I mean, there's no way around it. There's just no way around it. I think B was a good choice.
I don't think
if they could split on it properly.
I don't think they had enough time there. I mean, it's weird to save on a T side with 3 people, but I don't know. That was a very, very difficult situation for them.
And that smoke that we see there is a nice smoke from MBK. We see him use it very often just to get himself on position safely onto the pit area. Oh, Simple up from the top there, down hard with that CZ. Not going to do much else though. Can they get any more frags here? That would be really nice if they'd be able to pick up some more economic damage. Shoxy with the slam dunk. And here goes Angel. Can he get himself some damage as well? No. Just Kyoshima going down. LDLC more than happy with that.
I think Simple, he may have got a kill there on a ramp if he wasn't QQing so much, whipping out his knife so he couldn't actually shoot. When he saw an enemy to engage 4-0 in favor of HellRaisers now. Now we're going to see Simple with the orb as well. Let's have a look at the angle he's holding. The flash is going to come in, and he is going to get taken out by Smiths.
I swear.
Works every time, right?
I swear, anyone who's playing against Smiths knows he's going to do that. I copy Smiths. I do that every time I play off or middle now. It's so good. But we do have HellRaisers picking up an opening kill there onto Happy. MBK locking down long, which is really good news for LDLC now because they can hold on to them enough map control to have a really nice response to this push coming up Cat. Because this is the only threat right now. Up Cat, multiple angles taken by LDLC, thinning out the numbers until it's just Flamey left. And Flamey does manage to take down Shoxy. And we have a 1-on-2. He's going to be able to get the plant guaranteed, but are we going to see any grenades sailing in? Looks like there's no HEs to land onto Flamey, but that's okay. And Smith's going to take him down, so I guess Kyoshima should go find that other orb, wherever it was. But I guess maybe not. Yeah, he could have just waited with the defuse.
It was on site. It was on site actually, so he's picked it up.
Oh, he's got it now.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
That was nasty.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Very, very nice there.
LDLC is straight up bullying HellRaisers right now.
I mean, Smith's getting the opening pick is already so horrible, and then MBK locking down long, and then they have nothing left to split with. They just have 3 players on short. So very hard, awkward after losing 2 players like that.
You can see Smith now. He's going for variations in his peeking up mid. See, he went for a far back peek through the top of the doors as opposed to a close-up peek through the bottom of the doors with a flashbang. And the first round with the orb, it was a close-up peek with no flashbang. So definitely he's being unpredictable and very successful.
Yeah, it might be, from our perspective, we can see that MBK is actually pretty isolated at long. It might be something, a nice weakness to exploit here. We can see that LDLC have very good coverage over the rest of the map. Smith's going to go in for the mid pick now. Whiffs the shot towards Xbox. Goes for the re-peek again. Not going to get caught off, but the smoke does fall. That's going to really stop him from taking any more attempts at damage onto middle.
Smith's got shot in the head, but through the wall, so only did 5 HP of damage.
And, well, actually right now as well, HellRaisers have Cat as also, so that's great for them. That was the goal. They're setting up the A split here, but they don't have to commit to it. They can still play a variety of options. But actually, that said, there's only 40 seconds left. They are committing themselves with the time now. So here we go, Angel. The entry fragger here, pushing through the door. It's going to catch MBK. He was looking the wrong way. In HellRaisers go now. Shoxy with a great shot there. The smoke gets dropped. That's going to stop it from getting too out of control. As we have
falling down into CT spawn.
And Flamey gets eliminated as well. So 2-on-4 situation. What a shot there from Shoxy onto Angel. It's all on Simple now with that AK-47. Certainly a lot to be done, but he's able to pick up 1 frag. 2 more players to find, but no time to do it. Can he get some more damage in? Gonna go for the jump AK shots. Here it is. Gets finished off by Shoxy, and that's another round from LDLC. And their bank is more than enough to cope with these losses right now. You
can see the shenanigans Shoxy was pulling there. He saw Simple, but just left him to run around on his own for a while, then killed him after the time ran out, which means that Simple has he spawned with $650, which is all he had left from the previous round. So again, definitely want him to be as far away from orbs as possible. Going for the 1D is Markelov on long. It's going to be challenged by Happy and NBK. Nothing doing there for Markelov because he's missed with the CZ. Taking down Simple in the middle area. Going to have 1 more magazine to cause some more problems. Support coming in from his teammates. Got Kiyashima there. Going to get flashed away as Smith battles with Flamey. Smith's coming off a little bit better than Flamey, sorry, with 52 HP versus 32 of Flamey. Going to finish him off through the doors. Take out Dozier as well. Head was just sitting there like a duck in a pond. And that's another clean round for LDLC. Smiths is 10-1 right now.
Yeah, it's looking like a very, very strong setup here for LDLC. The HellRaisers lineup haven't been able to find, or either, well, I suppose you could say that they've probably found some weaknesses, but they've not been able to exploit any weaknesses here from LDLC. In the time that they did hit along really fast, Shoxy was still in position to actually pick up the pieces. There have been spots where MBK has been the isolated player, but hold that thought. We do have the dark push in here from Happy. Going to be able to catch Flamey. We know LDLC love these dark takes, and Happy already converting it into a nice, tidy little advantage there with that kill. And MBK off the back of that is looking for some info now. If he goes for the flank, this could get very gruesome here for HellRaisers. We do have Dozier looking for that push though. So MBK is not going to be met with much love as he comes through the doors, gets eliminated by Dozier. That's going to make it a 3-on-3. And all of a sudden, with a minute left, HellRaisers suddenly have a multitude of options to play with.
You can see a full rotation coming in here from LDLC. They seem to know it's going to be A. You can see Smiths is going to be in the mid to short area as the remaining two try and defend this A bomb site. We have a two-man push coming in. Kiyashima in a strong position as that smoke has not properly covered the A ramp, and that could be the end of the round here. It's simple in a 3 versus 1. He does have the AWP. He has 35 seconds. It's still doable, but he needs someone to peek. If they just hold these angles and don't give him the frags, then this round may be over. He's found the first one, but doesn't get the connection he needed. Second chance, Shoxy goes down. LDLC going to have to play for the trade frag now. So you can see Kiyashima backing off, so in case he does peek, his teammate can get a trade frag. Simple trying to bait there by jumping out. 12 seconds remaining. Can he get the plant here? He's admiring his AWP, and going to be taken for LDLC to admire now. 8-0.
James, how frustrating is it when we see that so much damage was done because the smoke didn't quite wall off? Now that's a huge deal.
That is a huge deal, which happens far too often, not just on Dust 2, but especially on Inferno.
Because they may even have had the advantage. Another great flashover pick by Smith. It just always works for this guy. Just watch Smith's demos on this position. You're going to learn how to do it. And looking for the next shot, going to back away safely. But yeah, they had 2 AWPs left in that defense, CTs too. So if they were that close, if they got past the smoke, they'd be on the site. They'd actually have an advantage with the AKs in those ranges. Well,
this is madness. This is absolute madness right now.
It is a massacre.
Look at the HP on their team. Simple and Angel both been shot through the wall. Getting flashed in mid again. Still cannot kill Smith. He is a one-man wrecking machine here. We call Kenyes the most wanted man in France, but if there's a number 2, it's going to look like Smith right now.
And I love this repositioning here. We're seeing Smith now. He was middle, but now he's actually gone over towards the position at the back here. And obviously this is very strong with the AWP, but it also means that his 2 rifling mates can cover can make a crossfire from CT spawn and the doors of B, and Smith can cover this angle perfectly with the AWP. So this setup is absolutely spot on, and Smith doesn't miss a beat. And you know who else uses setups like that, like really, really well on the CT side of this map? Fnatic.
That was absolutely disgusting. I don't know what to say.
I've seen that switch, the positional switch there from Fnatic very often, and it's super good. But look at their money now. They're swimming in cash. They've got like cartoon ducks swimming around in all the money that they have. Good old Scrooge McDuck. And we'll have to see if HellRaisers can break this momentum. So far, it's looking too strong. They're going to finally assault MBK, but this time he does have still a supporting player there to help him. And you know, one thing that's interesting, we can see how many players there are around the bomb at the moment. And one thing that's interesting is that if you wait long enough, because usually what happens is the CTs they'll move a bunch of players, like maybe sometimes up to 3, and LDLC are team do this as well, down this area to try to cover if in case there's a rush on A long, because if there's going to be a rush on Cat, it's always going to hit slower, so they can then fall back the extra players once they have a guy in pit or whatever. They can fall them back onto the site, stuff like this. So if you wait enough time, the initial burst of players actually mostly fall back onto the site to make sure that Cat's not open. But we see the pushes from HellRaisers always a bit too quick. MBK always has some support, so it's like
right now.
Except right now when they had 3 players in B, and they're actually going for an upper dark push as well. So LDLC with a nice switch up here in the strategy might just catch them off guard. Or MBK's just too good. He's just going to take them all out. Doesn't need a hand.
Quite often as well, when you've got one man and he's stuck in the pit, if he has a teammate playing the kind of long area, he can throw flashes for him to peek from the pit as well. So definitely a support role to be played there. Interestingly, though, that they went for long on that eco when it may have been an option to try and rush Smiths as a team.
I like doing that if there's like an AWP, just to spite the AWP that's killing everyone. I just want to kill this guy.
Yes.
I don't care what it does or what impact it actually has in the game. I just want this guy to die right now. So I can get on board with that one. But yeah, it's 11-0. LDLC looking for a fast cleanup in map number 2, and HellRaisers. What to say about this? We've got the scar on Smiths now. All those nades, they have
Smiths
everything.
17-1 right now. This is... I can't find enough words in a dictionary to describe what I am witnessing right now from Smith.
I love that.
Apart from, I mean, the LDLC crack pipe is firing on all cylinders right now. That's all I can say.
Well, here we go. We're going to have a push in on Cat, all 5 players. This might be just enough to surprise. You can see they get the first entry. That's brilliant work there. If they use grenades here, this might be too overwhelming for LDLC, but in comes Happy. Takes down Simple, who was momentarily distracted there. MBK coming up for the taps with the AK. Finds the connection onto Flamey. There it is, a spray down onto Markloff as well. And it's all on Dozier in this 1-on-3. Does manage to take down one player, but it's too much to handle. MBK too hot with the triple kill with that AK. And we're going to have the round for LDLC and business as usual on Dust 2, it would seem.
Wow. See, this
What
is what I'm
nice,
talking
what
about.
a nice guy.
This is crack pipe. This is bath salts. This is everything else that I can't think of right now. This guy's just crazy. This is pretty bad. But the thing is, this is still a best of 5, guys. So even if HellRaisers just completely get annihilated by it through the rest of this map by Smiths, they still have at least one more map to play. Like, how do you keep your temperament here and keep yourself in the game?
You just have to be able to focus on playing round for round. That's all you can do. As a top level team, you have so much thought behind, or in theory, you should have so much thought behind the rounds and the information that you see on the map, that it should be easier to play round for round, because you're playing on the information you're getting. You've got a process, you've got a routine, you've got a guy that calls the strats. So if you can just keep yourself in that mindset, you should be good to go. And
look at the radar. They're just letting Smiths play. Look, none of them are moving anywhere. They're just like, all right, Smiths, just you can go and have fun.
no re-smokes, no nothing.
Look, they're completely static LDLC. They're just leaving Smiths to just play versus HellRaisers.
Now they're getting a bit annoyed with Smith here, and Simple's going to get the kill. But yeah, they lost pretty much, what, two players, almost losing Angel as well. They weren't doing anything while Smith was alive also. MBK going to get a kill there, and lock down Long as well. But while Smith was actually just laying shots into them with the auto sniper, they were all just like around this area. Just all of them for some reason. Like no one was going B, no one was like harassing Long or anything like that. They're just sitting around here until Smith died. Until someone had the ability to get through, run the gauntlet through Smith's
I feel like
sniper.
You have to wonder if they're demoralized.
Another
and
one.
It's just become a case of, all right, let's just kill Smiths.
Well, we've got 2 auto snipers now, so.
And still, I mean, Smiths is 19-2 right now.
Oh no! Oh, this is gonna be so. Oh god, this is disgusting. Look at this auto sniper go. 4 frags.
This is not the watershed time. You cannot be doing this, Smith.
Hide your kids.
It's too early.
Hide your kids.
You can't
hide your wife.
have this kind of brutality on the stream before 9 p.m.
I was gonna say, did we reach 9 p.m. yet?
No.
Really?
This is pre-watershed.
Oh my god. Oh my days, as the locals would say. Am I right, James?
I can't believe I said "oh my days" earlier. That's not something I say, but
Did you say it?
I just couldn't find words. I couldn't find words.
I often am
With the
without
M.
word.
Well, look at this. This.
This is a lack of caring. This is just going for it. Smith alone.
I mean, at this point, all we can do is just watch Smiths. Like, someone's pushing along. NBK's taken it out, but we all want to watch Smiths right now. Smiths has died.
No, we're without a plan. Oh, I love that little cheeky jump shot around the corner there from Simple. Ooh, does get the next one as a happy. That's nice, but Shoxy will end his moment of scout. The moment of scout.
Moments of scouts.
I don't know what that means, but it's a thing now. Moment of scouts. We have the plant going to go down onto this B bomb site, which is always nice. We have LDLC now making their way in for the retake. Can a round be won by HellRaisers, or can LDLC's MVK bring it back with 6 health? Or is it just going to die? It's just going to die.
I knew I should have got the Rambo gear out for Smiths on Dust 2. I knew
Yeah.
it. I knew it.
Well, yeah,
And I forgot.
You know what he's going to do. This is the thing, like, which always surprises me, because you know what Smith is going to do. Because he always does it. Every time I watch him, the flash will go over, he goes for the peek, and there you go. His teammates will jump first, and this is a trick you guys can use as well if you're playing with your team. The guys that are jumping across first, if there's no smoke or whatever, if they can see where the AWPer is, you call that to your teammate AWPer, so he knows which side they're waiting for his peek. That's a neat little trick there to help him get that pick. But yeah, Smith just goes for it, and it just works. We do have a pistol around here. He's Dozier got a good position here. Ooh, does take the head off of Kyoshima and does get shocks too. It's good work there from Dozier on Cat. So MVK going to swap out for the CZ. Let's find himself a kill onto Simple. This is going to slowly equalize things. They're still a man behind. And they have yet to get any map control. They don't have any positional strength at the moment. They're just stuck in middle as bullets fly in their general direction. Markov to pick off Smith there, and Happy now knifes Dozier. All right, fair enough. And he's alone against 3 players. This is going to be ugly. Let's see if Happy can pull something out here. Absolutely not. So 14-2 the score, and HellRaisers is going to be able to get a nice start going on the second half. But honestly, it's a little bit too late. I would be surprised if they can pull this back. That would be pretty amazing to see 14 rounds in a row now.
LDLC brimming with confidence right now. Knives coming in, just kitchen sink coming towards HellRaisers right now, like they're using gravity guns. This is madness.
Oh, gravity gun would be amazing in this game.
Okay.
Remove the CZ, add the gravity gun. Still wouldn't be as good as the CZ.
So again, HellRaisers had a pretty horrific first half, but they have won the pistol. This is all to be done here. Let's not count them out. They have got the rifles. Curious to see what kind of stratego LDLC will look to execute here. Playing the picks right now.
Stratego is not a word. I just want to throw that out there.
It is indeed not a word.
All right, because you know we don't want to be spreading this kind of stuff around, man. What if people use this show for educational purposes? You ever thought about that?
Well, this is not a place for education, Dan.
All right, okay, fair enough. Now I know.
This is the place for prison beatdowns and brutality.
All right.
This is where people will take your milkshake and your cookies and leave you with nothing but a soggy tissue.
What soggy with your tears? All right, well, LDLC did manage to get a plan out of this round. And that is definitely something. A few frags coming as well. Oh, Kyoshima coming in with 2 quick ones with the P250. Might be able to win this one after all. Flamey picks himself up a kit. Got the 1-on-1. Kyoshima tags him down low. Oh, he does get taken out though.
Find it.
There it is. That is the defuse. And we got ourselves another round for HellRaisers. But that was a close one. The only objective there was just to get the plant. And LDLC did so much more. Yeah, definite buy-in indeed. They know they did so much damage there.
With losses like that, how are HellRaisers going to get an AWP?
Well, that's the thing. Like,
they're gonna look at the money now. Well, it depends on how this round goes for them.
This is really, really smart of LDLC. They did loads of damage, so they reduced all the money on HellRaisers, and you can see that they're on Famises.
Could this be a mid to B?
It's looking like. Well, it looks like they're just taking middle at the moment in Catwalk, which is pretty standard. They could end up doing a mid to B. They need to find out some info. Because top teams like this, they tend not to make these calls blind. They try to like get some info. They send a player out like Kyoshima here. He can take a peek, maybe bait out some grenades, see how many players are on the site and where they are, and they can try to like get some pressure going. Maybe go for a drop into from Cat into mid. There's all these kinds of plays they can go with. But Simple just walks up, takes down Kyoshima, and so this is definitely going to shut down the A play a little bit, unless Happy tries to get a frag here. We do see the bomb creeping out into middle, though, from Smiths. With that Tech 9, we've seen what shocks he can do with that thing.
It doesn't come out for Smiths on this occasion. And NBK loses as well. Now, that is a good round for HellRaisers. That's going to allow them to get the AWP. Simple probably going to drop for Flamey because... well, let's see, actually. He might not have as much money as he needed. We will see. There is the AWP. Dozier's going to be the... sugar daddy on the HellRaiser side. So they do indeed get the AWP. Let's have a look at what angle he's going to hold a traditional one compared to the madness that is Smith's. There's a 4-man push towards the B tunnel at the moment. You can see the bait there trying to just confirm where the AWP is, and that will cost Shoxy a lot of his life. Only 18 HP in the bank. Only Kyoshima with a helmet and armor. So curious to see what kind of position, if he's going to be at the front of the charge or the back. Looks like the back, as there is seemingly an inkling as to what's going on. As this push comes in, there are 3 people on the B site for the CTs. They're looking for it to come in from both directions here. And they keep looking away from this smoke where Kyoshima is still standing. That is going to be a lovely, clean round here for HellRaisers. And they are clawing this back slowly but surely. But let's not forget the margin for error they have here. LDLC have 14 rounds in the back here. They've got lots of room for failure, and they only need the slightest bit of success.
And they're going to be buying just all the time. Just all the time now that consecutive money bonus is going to start kicking in. So the pressure's always going to be on top of HellRaisers. Got to make sure they keep our players alive. And here we got Simple with the cat angle now. Might be able to find something. It'd be really nice to get someone down early. Taking Cat's very important for the T's. Simple does get the shot, tries to finish him off, but Shoxy somehow escapes with his life. And now Simple with a reposition. They should be able to predict this. It's very common reposition there from Simple. So you would expect them to try to flash the teammate over, go for the peak, remove Simple from that position safely, but they're going to go for the shoulder. In fact, not just that, Smith goes for the shot, gets beaten out by Simple's AWP. And now the LDLC are suffering. Shoxy's barely standing, and now Kiyoshima goes down as well. LDLC really in a terrible position. They've got to try to make something crazy happen. And in goes MBK, looking for the entry, up middle, looking for that first shot, finds a player on beat. It's going to be Simple that takes down Shoxy. As MBK now stands alone at the doors of B, and he won't pass. We have Happy coming in. He is going to get eliminated as well. Great round from HellRaisers and LDLC. They can't get something going yet.
Those were some really nice flashes from NBK. You can see how he was kind of in this area, and he bounced 2 pop flashes off this wall. So one went straight in, one bounced off that wall, then bounced off here, and landed here, which pop flashed almost the whole site. So those are 2 really nice flashes, so definitely something worth practicing if you need your one-man B takes for flashbangs. Markelov just lining himself up to throw a pop flash for his teammate Dozier, who is going to be playing along for this round. Very different angle to the one NBK does. He normally likes to be by the wall or in the pit.
B-split commences. Shoxy leading the charge up into that site, and once again this man is a murderer, a filthy murderer, that Tech9. And we're going to have ourselves HellRaisers now on the rotation. They cannot really afford to give anything away. They've got to go for this. But Happy's position is very strong right now. He has an angle potential on all players. They might be distracted. Happy goes in, manages to get the spray down on 2 players. We do now have Dozier left against the 3 of LDLC. He's got no health, no chance in hell. And he is going to go down. LDLC on match point, looking to close Dust 2 out very swiftly indeed. The map after this is going to be Cash, so we'll have to see how that actually turns out, if this is going to end as soon as it looks like it might. But we do have a buy coming in from HellRaisers. They still have the money in the bank, so let's see if they can prolong this affair or even get themselves to that tight position.
Okay, so last chance saloon for HellRaisers. Not sure if any of them have been in a saloon before, but they're in one now. As it is 15-6 in favor of HellRaisers. Have a look at 2 AWPs and see what kind of angles they are holding. Smiths with very brazen angle towards mid, looking for Simple, but he is in the B bomb site along with 2 teammates. So the A site looking kind of weak at the moment in terms of personnel, as the push does come in through onto the A site. Markelov going to take down the first player, 26 HP remaining, so he's going to be receiving some pressure. Done some good damage there, but that's going to be the site down. Dozier in a compromising position now. Does he go to try and retake the site, or does he try and hold long for the retake later on? We've got frags coming in thick and fast on the short area. The bomb is down. Let's have a look. Dozier, again, still in long at the moment, and he has Angel in CT. The site has fallen to LDLC, but the bomb is still in the short area, so it looks like they are trying to identify where the remaining CTs are. Again, Dozier not peeking in the pit at the moment. Let's have a look at the timing here to see if Smith can find him. Sees him. Oh, misses the shot, and Dozier takes him out. It's going to be 3 versus 2 in favor of HellRaisers. Happy taking down Dozier. Good angle there. And let's see if they can get the bomb down.
That plant is going to be made there in this 2-on-2. And it's Flamey and Angel looking for the boost into the site. Oh, this is so sneaky. Kiyoshima gets wallbanged. Brilliant play there. Great teamwork. HellRaisers finish it off, and they get the defuse. Excellent work. LDLC really weren't expecting that, and they will get their 6th round. And there is potentially many more rounds to follow, as LDLC, they can buy, and they probably will, I'd imagine.
You saw it took 3 shots to the head through that box
yeah.
to kill the player there, which is interesting. Never forget that shot by Swag onto Tarek in our North American version.
It's over, by the way, James. Shoxy is running with the Tech 9.
Oh, wow.
It's a good game. It's all over. He's
Well,
probably just going to push middle again with this. There is actually a lot of they don't have a strong A presence at the moment. This is they haven't shown this setup too much. They've got a guy in CT spawn, a crossfire potential with a guy towards the window or the double doors on B. So a B split here is not very ideal, as HellRaisers have a great setup to deal with this. Simple picks up a first kill there in Upper Dark onto MBK, looking for the next one, but he's isolated. LDLC exploding into the bomb site. Great work from them. The execution is too strong for HellRaisers to deal with, hitting all the shots, and now it's all on Dozier, 1-on-3 with that bomb to be planted. So here goes Dozier now, still fully loaded on the health. Going to be looking for his first engagement. There it is. That is the weakest of the players. Kyoshima on 1 health gets removed, taken down. 16-7 is the score. That's going to